Many of you CEOs love to golf, and if you don't, hopefully this story is still valuable for you. There was a wonderful golf tournament this past Sunday called the Players Championship on the PGA Tour, and there were ultimately three combatants, but two that I want to focus on today for the purposes of our discussion around leadership signal. And you're going to wonder, how does golf relate to this? Well, we'll find out. So what happened was these two young men, Cam Young, who ultimately won the tournament, and Ludwig Oberg, I have to say that slowly so I get it right, who was the young man who was leading the tournament going into the last nine holes. So what happened? At the end, when Cam Young, he prevailed after a little battle with a gentleman named Matt Fitzgerald, he ended up winning the tournament, and they asked him this question: how did you handle the pressure in that moment? And he said, I have felt those feelings before. I recognized the pattern and I knew what to do in that moment. Fantastic. Exactly what we talk about with leadership signal. But what happened to the young man Ludwig? Well, when they asked him a question about pressure, he says, it got to me. I actually got really quick on 11 and 12, I think were the holes where he knocked the ball in the water. What does that mean as a golfer? Meaning if you have a normal rhythm where you're swinging smoothly, he got quicker than he normally did, which caused the face to open up and knock the balls in the water. So that's the technical stuff. But the reality was the pressure got to him. Now, what's the metaphor? Well, the CEO's golf course, although we'd love it all to be a real golf course, is ultimately, in this case, the rooms that we call the rooms of consequence, meaning investor meetings. They could be one-on-ones. They could be executive leadership meetings. All the rooms that have consequences. There's pressure in those rooms too. They could be in the form of a tough question or people standing around with their arms folded or not asking insightful questions. And then as a CEO, you would react to that pressure, maybe by over-explaining, or by being quiet, or by asking too many questions, or by getting really quick when you talk. All of those things impact the room because the pressure in the room impacts you. And so the metaphor is really be more like Cam, recognize the patterns, recognize what you could be doing in the moment, and then I hate to use the word performance, but ultimately you will land better in the rooms that matter. And then when you don't are not aware of that, then you'll be more like Ludwig. So be like Cam in this case. And how do you actually start to figure that out? One of the things we've developed is a leadership diagnostic test quiz, if you will, where it's 10 questions, 5 minutes. It'll help you identify some of the rooms that you've already been in and how you've performed in those rooms so you ultimately can understand what to do going forward potentially. So if that's helpful at all, please take that. Take that quiz. It'll be in the first comment of this video. And I hope that's helpful.